will go it on her own. I feel it in the water, do you feel it in your bones? The air is cold, but I'll keep going.
I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll take it back to begin 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was in a much different spot. I really didn't know how to be present. I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to rest or live simply. It was a much different time for me in Indy, and our family looked a lot different back then. I think what Hawaii has offered us is, it's been a place of refuge for us to disconnect. We're literally in the middle of the Pacific, cut off from a lot of the things that I used to find very important. And since being here, I've been able to really determine what's essential to our family and what kind of morals and values I want to instill. You know, I can recall, I have numerous memories back, 4 years ago or so, where I would have everything that I wanted in life right in front of me. I'd be playing Legos at the table with the girls, or on a hike, or swinging them on the swing, but my mind would be elsewhere, and I didn't know how to bring it to the present. And something that I've really learned while being here is how to live a simpler life. And a simpler life in the sense of being in constant communication with God, of having a connected family, and of getting back to nature and getting back to living from the land. And by no means am I an expert in the matter, but what I do hope to be is a lifelong learner of presence and of simple living, because I've seen the fruit from it, and I've seen my girls' anxieties and their ADD and all these worldly issues just kind of disappear the more and more we bring it back to center. Probably my favorite verse is Romans 12:2, which is, "Do not be conformed to the ways of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And what was going on back then was I was conforming to the ways of the world, and not in an atrocious way, but in a way of chasing success, of being worried about people's perception of me. And now we've come to a place, my mentor likes to call it Eden space, and what I like to define Eden space is, it's getting back to the basics. It's getting back to how God created us as humans to live. When we think of the Garden of Eden, they were in constant communication with God, they were connected in their relationships, and they were stewarding the land well. And that's what's been so vital here, and that's why I love Hawaii so much, and I love the Hawaiian language so much. I mean, just getting back to Ohana, getting back to family, getting back to Aina, the land. And those words, they don't translate well to English words. In Hawaiian, they mean so much more. They mean so much more than that. They mean stewarding and taking that spirit everywhere you go, the aloha spirit. And what I hope to do with this video is give people an opportunity to maybe see some habits or routines or rituals that they can kind of take and implement in their own lives, because that's what I did before. I read a lot of books and watched a lot of videos on this simplistic way of living, and have mentors that really prescribe to this way of living. And it's something that is very hard at first when implementing, but the more you do it, the more these rhythms just kind of flow out of you. Lastly, I just want to add another favorite verse of mine is Matthew 6:33, which is, "Seek first the kingdom of God, and all else will be added to you." And if I were to boil it all down, that's really what it's been. We're now seeking God's kingdom first, whereas before, God's kingdom was maybe third or fourth on my list, behind earthly success and even family. I used to put family above that. But what happened when I started to put God's will first in our life is, it's just been a trickle-down effect, and it's affected our family, it's affected our home, it's affected our Eden space, and how we're able to go and express that throughout our land and our relationships. So I hope that this video will be able to highlight some of the things that we've learned for our time here.
Gotta leave this town, don't look back. They said that didn't pay, I guess we can dwell upon our thoughts when we stood there.
And her name is Crystal.
Crystal.
And this is a Fluffy. He's a rooster, and his name is Noah.
How can you tell he's a rooster?
Because he has this thing, and he has blobby, and he crows, and we see him crow a lot. Yeah, one time when I said, I heard Noah crow, and there, everybody, and Dad and Ari and Mom were like, no, he's not a rooster. We are going to breed them.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to have eggs.
Yeah?
The fluffy babies are going to be so cute.
What other chickens do you guys have?
This is actually Doda. My little sweet Doda. Honey's back there. Yeah. Whoa. That's our dog, Nani. She's crazy. We found her at Electric Beach. Yeah, she was like a little puppy. Like kind of little. And we found her at Electric Beach.
Why'd we keep her?
Because I begged.
So if I were to tell a younger couple that I see that are in the busyness of life, and it's so easy to do, simplify your life. Start with dedicating a time to spend time with God. So for me, decluttering physical things that we see, decluttering things that take away from our time, like scrolling Instagram, scrolling Facebook. Rainey and I got off of Instagram in April. I think you had challenged us to. And I haven't been back on, and Rainey hasn't been back on, and we haven't missed it. And it's crazy how much more time we have to be peaceful and sit on the porch, or go for a walk, or spend more time reading our Bible. And I don't mean to sound preachy, but that's how it's played out in our lives. This is what we're choosing to do instead, and that being purposeful about the things that we do in order to promote that peacefulness. I mean, I think it's possible. Just use a lot of peace like I did the other day.
Lastly, anything to speak to like multi-generational, like the importance of that?
Multi-generational. I'm really seeing the value of it. In America, it's like we've scattered from that. I think in biblical times, it used to be a family unit that stayed together and worked together. And here in Hawaii, that's one thing I see that they do well. In fact, just in your little cul-de-sac here, I think there's a couple families that are multi-generational. It's beneficial for them to see, especially like grandparents that love the Lord, to see that, oh, it's not just mom and dad who love Jesus. Wow, my Mimi and my papa love Jesus, or my aunt and uncle, whoever it may be, love Jesus too, and want to walk in his ways and follow in his footsteps. And that's the norm, and the norm isn't being separated from your family. I'd like to see more families doing that, taking the time to shift back to what's important. Ninja
But familiar somehow. Take your time, feel the air and through your hair. I feel it in mine. Do you see it over there? Don't look.
Ari took over the whole thing, and so we were harvesting avocados from our tree, and we just had so many, and so we're freezing the avocado. And Ari's like, I want to do something with the seeds, Mom.
And then soon we're gonna have more avocados.
Good job. Just like that. I'm gonna steal some Ari's dirt. Your sister's due date, is she supposed to come out today? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, she's supposed to, but we'll see.
and this bird. Can I do it? I want to do it, Mom.
Yeah, of course.
Dirt.
Ooh. Good job.
So you know about it has a
With a good drink. There you go.
Yeah, yes.
Another reason we like
See this?
gardening or planting things, it helps us just be mindful of each other too, and it helps us to be thankful when we grow things and we get fruit from it or it produces. It just helps us to stop and appreciate the land and God providing for us daily. We are going to can this aloe for our skin, burns, rashes, anything. It's very medicinal. If you have like stomach issues, it's really good for your gut if you make a drink out of it. So we might make aloe like lemonade later.
Yucky! I sneeze!
Alright girls, what are we doing?
We are foraging.
What's foraging?
Where you like look for food and you're kind of like hiking.
Guess we can dwell on our thoughts from yesterday. I'll hold your hands if you hold mine close too. We'll make it on our own, yeah, I'll make it with.
Alright, so we are now urban foraging. This is a noni tree. Uncle Jimbo spotted it out a couple months ago, and we come back reoccurringly to get these huge fat nonis so we can make some noni juice.
I found these 2 nonis.
Yeah. Alright girls.
Poopy. Oh, that was a good one.
It's a monster. Until you see this one.
That one.
Our harvest. It's a lot of noni juice. Does not smell very good. Oh, we put the soft ones on the bottom. That was not a good idea.
Oh well. Just shower. We'll just shower.
I'm going to cut you!
Noni, you want a snack? You want a snack? Get Jimbo with that, shouldn't we?